Hi everyone, Ryan here from Fight Game Analysis, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming fight between Deiveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno. But before we jump into that, if you enjoy the content, please go ahead and click on the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate your support. Alright, so we've got the third fight in the trilogy coming up. Brandon Moreno versus Deiveson Figueiredo. Kind of surprised that we got this one so quick. Right, just bang, bang, bang with these three fights. A lot of times with guys, you'll see the first two fights happen quick, and then maybe that third fight in the rubber match takes a little bit. Spread that out a couple years, kind of let it marinate, see what both guys bring to the table. It's really not all that common that you see them so quick happen so quickly. You know, but it is what it is, right? That first fight of the year type candidate, just an amazing one. Second one comes out, Moreno snatches up the belt in short order. And now we get here to this. Look, I'm going to cut right to the chase with this one, guys. You knock a man out, you knock him out quicker in the rematch. Okay? And Moreno comes in there and gets the stoppage victory in the second fight, snatches up the belt. Some people may have thought it was a little bit of a fluke. Some people may have thought he got lucky. Some people may have thought that something was wrong with Figueiredo. Maybe he wasn't prepared. Maybe it was something with COVID that was going on. Maybe it was, I mean, who knows? A lot of people could say a lot of things that could potentially put an asterisk on the way that he won that belt, on the outcome of that second fight. But personally, I'm not going with that. I think that was more a continuation of the first fight. You look back at that first one and you take out that first minute of the first round, or even take out the whole first round altogether for the most part. Brandon Moreno looked highly impressive. He just needed a little bit of time to settle in, man. Seemed like he got caught off guard a little bit. But the takedowns he scored, the jab that he worked, the way he goes to the body, the timing that he has, the way that he was able to get that rhythm and kind of keep going with those half step backward and land those counter punches. He was in there, man. He was nailing it. He was on. And he knew how much success he had. He knew how good it felt in there, because when he came out for that second fight, one of the things that I loved about it was that in the build up to that fight, he was so loose. He was so easygoing and so free. You could see it in the interviews. You could see it in the pre-fight. In my mind, that was because he had all the confidence in the world. And nobody knew better than him that he was locked in and about to win that belt, because he knew what it was like when he was in there that second, third, fourth, and fifth round. You know, you get a destroyer like Deiveson Figueiredo, right? A guy who comes out there and he's just a massive puncher. Hits guys, puts him away. Hits guys, hurts him. Okay? He takes veterans like Joe Benavidez and he's able to just time them perfectly and catch him and just get him out of there, right? A guy who builds up a reputation. You go in there, you never really know whether you're going to be able to handle that power. If you've never fought that man before, you never really know whether he's going to be able to bring something to the table that you haven't seen before. Yeah, you sparred thousands of rounds and you've been hit by all these different guys and bigger guys, but you know, it's like you're fighting Deontay Wilder or Mike Tyson or Derek Lewis or Francis Ngannou, like these guys that have this type of power that just makes you stop and look at it. You always wonder, until you felt it, you're always going to sit there and wonder a little bit, am I going to be able to handle it, or am I just going to be the next knockout victim on this dude's resume? After Moreno felt that power and he didn't go anywhere, after he felt that power and he was still around, that was it, man. He knew that he could take it. He knew that he was going to be there. That allowed him the ability to settle into his flow, to just get comfortable and go out there and do what he does. Beautiful, long, crisp jab. Great timing on it. Great counter punching. Goes to the body well, particularly with that left hook. Like, those are all good things. Works in the takedowns. I'm really good with the hands. I'm a boxer, but I'll just work in these takedowns and score a couple points there. By the way, I think you got cardio issues, Deiveson Figueiredo, and that's going to be more difficult when I'm laying on top of you. Beautiful fight. Beautiful fight. So when you look at the second fight as a continuation of the first one, I think what we've seen is that when you take all the time that they spent in the octagon together, Brandon Moreno has spent far more time being successful than Figueiredo. And I think it's going to be the same thing with this one. I get he's more prepared. He's been working with Henry Cejudo. He's locked in this time. And Figueiredo's a beast, man. He could go out there and inside the first 60 seconds, he could put anybody away. He's got that type of power. He can go make those things happen. But I don't think he's got what it takes to be able to beat Moreno, man. Brandon Moreno was just too good. This guy is just on point. And not only that, I think he's just got the style to be able to always give Figueiredo trouble, right? You get a guy who's super comfortable and super confident in his counterpunching abilities. He's not worried about all that fire that's coming down at him. He's just going to slip. He's going to move. He's going to parry what he needs to, and he's just going to come back with those hard shots. He's going to mix in the takedowns. That's always going to be trouble for a guy like Deiveson, you know? And it's like, what's Figueiredo going to do? He's going to become more patient. He's not going to try to press the issue as much, right? He's going to come in there and try to box a little more, pick it apart, wait for the good opportunity, and then land his power shots. I mean, that sounds good, and it works against most guys, but part of what made him special is his aggression. Part of what made him special is the fact that he goes in there like the Terminator, pushes guys back. He leads with power shots. You try to get going with a jab or something, he's going to counter with power shots. He just comes in there and wants to absolutely tear through people. That's part of what led to all that success. So if you start to try to take that away and make him more patient and this and that, you know, it's all a balancing act, man. You take away one thing to give to another, it's the back and forth. Either way, long story short, Brandon Moreno walks away with the victory on this one. So let me know what you guys think. Is this going to be the start of a impressive reign for Brandon Moreno? Is he going to hold that belt around his waist for a long time? Or if I got this one all wrong and Deiveson Figueiredo comes out with the victory and shows everybody that last time actually was a fluke and he is still the man at the top of the mountain? Let me know what you guys think.